Here we go. Here we go. And okay, here we are, and boom. Okay, hello everybody. It looks like my mic's working. Okay, we're live. All right, and hold on a second. Let me just get our um. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, the attention boost system is now going to be turned on and is now active. Okay. We are also going to refresh that just in case it stops at some point. Whoops. Oh no, you're seeing behind the fourth magic wall. Okay, there we go. Oh fuck. What is going on down there? Uh-oh. The fuck did I do? Oh man. Whatever. It's fine. I don't remember that being there though. That is weird. Okay. Whatever. Okay, so tonight we are going to, well, I should probably introduce myself again, but nobody watches this, so I don't like it's anybody gonna be watching it anyway. But I'm gonna be reacting to some videos, and I think I'm gonna play some Black Ops 6 again with the zombies, and just do a little bit of talking and blah blah blah, stuff like that. Um, I am going to. Huh, I didn't know you could do that. Okay. My my mics are all over the place. I have like 18 different sources. This whole streaming thing is bananas. Uh-oh. Wait.
I was on the phone with my therapist. I'm totally okay.
Oh, fuck. Okay. On. We need desktop audio. On. My mic. Fuck. Alright, I'm gonna mute my mic while we're watching this because I'm an idiot and I don't know how this works. And it's just gonna feed back like crazy. Alright. And alright, so this is the moment this moment just made Fuzi lose everything. I've been watching Fuzi's like downfall for a while now, and it's so sad, but it's fucking entertaining, you gotta admit. Alright, here we go.
Internet storm? Yeah. People call the cops on me. And it's called doxing. I'm safe. I'm fit to be here. My eyes are completely clear. Check my toxicology report. I'm on 0 drugs. I blacked out drunk last night and I had sex with 6 women. That's it.
They're coming to arrest me. Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are.
Let's go.
Yeah, they are. I don't even get to do my intro. Let's go. Hey, everybody come here. You guys gotta line up and suck my. That they love me. I know better than that. It's just game. It's just what comes with the.
Okay, also, I guess while all this is going on and we're watching this together, instead of me just like sitting here staring into your souls and like watching it and not fucking adding anything to it, I'm gonna be painting a little bit, because that was the whole point of this channel anyway, was to paint. But yeah, give me one second. I have some painting notes set up behind me. You guys can see them. I'm gonna work on this one tonight, maybe. And I have this blank purple one that I am going to paint for my snake's cage. Because she needs like another thing on the side. I gotta turn these lights down. Yeah, that works. Okay, cool. All right. Oh man, maybe I'll add like how many viewers there are, because there's never any viewers. Oh, there gotta be a way to make a viewer counter. That'd be really cool. Anyway, all right.
The fame and
Pain
I'm
and I'm
ready for that.
ready for
I'm
that.
just
I'm just
saying.
saying.
Oh, sorry.
And you have dreams to walk your mount down the Hollywood red carpet. It wouldn't be pussy if I didn't.
So the last 48 hours had me pause my TV show because there's been a new show going on, the Fuzi show. And just like Game of Thrones and Breaking Bad, I've been binge watching that shit, but not for entertainment purposes. It's just very sad to see Fuzi go down the same path. It's just cringier than last year, and it's just worse than last year. It has me on the edge of my seat. I'm sure it has with many other people as well. You just don't know what is going to happen next. With the amount of mood swings that Fuzi has been having, I am so confused if it is bipolar. Is it bipolar on steroids or is it just male, period? It is true. The theories are true. He's been jumping up and down, screaming at people, crying happily, saying Alhamdulillah. He's been sitting in the shower, smacking his cameraman, telling them how much he loves them later on, and then tells them to go walk on Chuck E. Cheese. It's just been all over the place. Now, the last time we talked about Fuzi, he was very mad at his phone. He fired Siri and 6, 7 other employees that he had with him. He also extra next level violated his ex manager as well. That if anyone was in his position would have shot Fuzi into the wall, but instead he dropped one sentence which was a needle inside a balloon, and Fuzi exploded, and all he did was throw one marshmallow and repeat the n-word like 17 times. Now after Fuzi dropped that marshmallow, it was against Kick community guidelines, so Kick decided to ban him, but he got unbanned after 2-3 days because it wasn't like a big deal, because behind the scenes they've been talking, and according to Fuzi they're working on $100 million contract, which I do not believe. Fuzi's saying I'm worth $100 million, but no matter how much these Kick CEOs make, the billionaires, I don't think they just drop 100 millions like that. Yes, back in the day with Ninja with 500,000 viewers per live stream, sure. But even Aiden Ross, I believe, this is just my opinion, that they just offer him like $50 million max. Fuzi maybe 5 to 10 million, because it's still more than enough on monthly basis to literally live stream. So he got unbanned and got arrested and sent into a psych ward to test his mental state, because he was threatening to unalive himself multiple times.
Shut up, get out of my room. Get out of my room. Get out!
But shortly after that, he got released from the place.
They tried to keep the G7 president down.
Honestly, I don't know how he got away with it. He pulled the Uno reverse card and told the cops and this doctors that they're the crazy ones. I don't know why they let him out. He went live with Kai Cenat because Kai Cenat has been doing his Mafia-thon. It's like a 30-day, 24/7 live stream where he brings random ass people inside the live stream, and he just wanted to get on a call with Fuzi to give him some advice. And just watching the whole 26-minute long video, it had me cringing and laughing at the same time.
30 days of desktops to train myself, like Kobe Bryant getting better in the gym. I've gone so slow, and now I think I'm one of the top 3. You, me, and Speed. That's it.
Okay.
I'm in the
Wait.
big three.
Hold on. Wait.
I'm in the big three.
Wait, Fuzi, hold on. Just go to a room. Go to a room where there's nobody around. Don't yell at. Hold on, wait. Don't yell. Wait, Fuzi, don't yell at them.
Whatever you say, sir, I did it.
Fuzi, don't yell at them, bruh. Okay?
No,
Look,
I'm not. Eddie said I'm not allowed to fire anybody else, so they know I'm nice to them now.
No.
That was me being nice.
I swear to God, these people better be getting a life-changing money to be working for Fuzi and getting violated every single day. After all the videos I've seen, I don't think there's been anyone who worked for Fuzi more than a week, because he's been firing people and hiring new people and then firing them again.
Hey, I just fired another fucking cameraman, another Indian that we hired.
Anyways, they went on. One part of the segment, it just had me give full side eyes to Fuzi for, what was the word? Glazing Kai, calling him, yes, my king, yes, sir, my king, my big bro, my king. Throughout the Discord call, Fuzi kept on saying how he's godly level, how he's part of the big three, how much he's worth, and all that shit. Kai was just sitting and cringing and just giving out sarcastic advices after he tried to help him out at the beginning of the video, but Fuzi just didn't listen to anything that he said. And Fuzi in this part went and said that the 30 days is going to continue, and on my mother's heartbeat, if I get banned in this 30 days, I will retire.
On my mother's life, if I get arrested, banned, or go to a psych ward in the next 30 days, I'm live, I'm retiring, you'll never have to hear from me again.
And after that, guess what happened? You're so smart. But guess how long it took for the ban to happen? It took it 25 minutes for him to get back again. The first stream, the first day that he's back, the reason on why there's no sound in this video is not because of the violations Haram Wars is throwing in the air. The reason was because the audio of the stream wasn't working. According to Fuzi, he meditated that morning and he checked with his team the past 48 hours to see if everyone's ready to start this 30 days. It was about to be a banger, and then once they started the first 20-30 minutes of the whole stream, there was no audio. The audio guy just messed up and Fuzi absolutely lost it. It's absolutely crazy to watch this whole thing. 34-year-old man gets butt-ass naked because he's mad at his team and he's trying to throw himself off the bridge because he's upset. Guys, I am going to unallow myself. At this point, the team needs to get paid double because they're doing two different jobs. They need to be a security guard or a cameraman, and they need to prevent Fuzi from doing any harm to himself.
I was in a good mood today, and you of all people know that. You guys made me manic with your incompetence. I told you guys that. The reason mistakes trigger me so much is because it makes me go psycho. And when I do, you don't want to see him because he's dangerous and he's capable of himself. I told them if one of you up today on my mother's heartbeat, not only am I retiring, my last video before I myself is going to be a tribute to you, saying you ended my life. Your life is forever. Your kids are not going to be able to go to school because of you, what you did. How happy was I? Don't touch me. Nobody touch me. No, it's not. You guys made me manic in 20 minutes. They know if they up, it makes me go bipolar. Look at my eyes. I'm going to myself tonight. Live. Kick.com/Fuzi. Done.
And that right there was a reason why he got permanently banned. Yes, Eddie, Kick's CEO or, co-founder, he confirmed that no more Fuzi, it is not good for anyone. This is quote unquote. He said this is not doing anyone no good. It is done. No more deal. No more getting back. This is perma banned after he continuously on repeat threatened to unalive himself because of others who mess up. So if I unalive myself, it's your fault. It's just pathetic to see this. A grown-ass man threatening to harm himself if any of his team mess up. And once he got on the yacht, he got banned. And after that, someone went on Instagram Live and recorded his reaction.
Alhamdulillah, I'm willing to accept that, Allah. I love you guys so much. It wouldn't be pussy if I didn't. I'm bled for this shit. We have life.
Nah, I ain't sitting there thinking you see that.
Holy shit.
Now, I've said my thoughts on this many, many times. The internet is just not for him anymore. With his mental status, it's just not going to work out. He needs to stay in a hospital until he figures it all out, or just stay off the internet. Go make your money somewhere else. You can always make money different ways. It doesn't have to be social media because he started in this whole thing. It's just not working out for him anymore, and he needs to switch things up. Now, it's okay for him to dream big. He's been going around throwing how much I'm worth. I am this. I am the next Drake because he has a lot of albums coming up.
2 thumbs up, Eva and Roper. Getting any closer? Be the man when everything is over. So I'm riding through the city with my high beat.
A drunk me in a karaoke night singing Coldplay sounds better than this. His whole album dropping out. It's just full of auto-tune and shit. And his, song, I'm trying to, shaka like a boom boom Sam Frank. I got dick. Thank you for confirming. I thought you have a vagina. I got dick. Oh wow. It's just the whole song has been ass with this thing as well. He's like, I will not live stream anymore after that ban he got, and he's been saying that if next year I have a concert or I'm performing at Coachella, then maybe I'll go, behind the scenes, a little bit of live stream, a thing of that. There's nothing wrong with dreaming big. You want muscles, you want big muscles, you go work out, you put in the hard work. Now, if you get steroids to get those muscles, there's a high chance your kukumba goes from a 6-inch to a 2-inch and you die from a heart attack at the age of 24. It's just like dream big, but do not be delusional with it. Now, this whole thing is just gonna go two ways. He's gonna keep on either making content, just crashing out, and people just tired of his shit and forgetting him, like the Hawk Tour girl, no one's gonna be talking about him anymore, or he's going to get arrested. He did get arrested yesterday, but they just let him go because they were just detaining. He's back on the streets at home. He's just making content. They're gonna arrest him again, and there's a chance that he will unalive himself. Even though I believe it is all an act just to get attention, there is still a possibility of that. But I really hope there's this third option as well, where he will just leave social media and go live his life, make his money different ways. It is not healthy at all. He keeps trying to make a good comeback for it and keeps failing it, not because I think it is 20% because of other people's fault. It is 80% his fault. But anyways, I just wanted to make an update about this whole thing. If you're wondering, I wonder what is Fuzi doing with his life. Well, now you know. He also disowned his family, apparently.
I don't need mama anymore. You guys lost me. You raised the king. I'm gonna be worth $100 million one day, 500 million. But you're never gonna see me again, Bubba.
There's so much shit that I'm not gonna go through. Just go to his Twitter page if you wanna, watch all the shit he's been posting. He's been going a Twitter war with everyone. He's attacking influencers. He's attacking random people on Twitter, just replying to them, cursing the shit out of them, and just having a whole episode. But anyways, let me know your thoughts in the comments below as usual. Like, subscription, and if you're new here, take it easy. I will see you at the next one.
Hey boys, if you didn't know, I'm going to be back in Surfers Paradise in just 3 weeks' time. I want to help you and your friends celebrate finishing school. So congratulations boys. Now it's time to get me on my knees.
Right guys, today I'm going to be blessing you with the gift that keeps on giving, Bonnie Blue. Now we had a look at it, didn't we, a couple of weeks ago, and it was a painfully hellish experience. If you don't know who
Sorry. Shout out to Cataclysm and damn man, I don't know. Like, is this okay to like react to this? I don't know. I'll try and put the description or the her channel, but I'm liking. I don't know. I'm gonna put her channel in the description of. Well, I don't know, but I like her channel. So go check it out. Go check it out. Yes, yes. Good. All right, I have to mute myself again because I don't.
Who Bonnie Blue is. She is a 25-year-old OF model who rose to infamy by basically saying that she bonks barely legal students, as well as having had 100 men queue up for her in one day to basically pipe her. This is all I can say. So she's a wonderful, wonderful lady who is really helping society, and I'm really glad that she exists to drag women back through society and completely ruin the progress we've made. So today we're going to be having a look at 2 podcast episodes that she's been on recently, because they're pretty much revolting, and I just wanted to discuss a few things with you about it. Of course I did, so enjoy.
We have got the one and only Bonnie Blue.
Hi.
Yes, we've got Bonnie Blue in the house, or 100 houses in one day, whatever you want to say. Yeah, that's not a flex. I've seen a lot of people quite upset at GK Barry for bringing her on, and rightly so. I'm quite impartial to GK Barry. I haven't really got an opinion on her. I think her podcasts are good. I don't know. I don't really watch her. But yeah, I do agree that it is slightly strange that she's platformed Bonnie Blue, because she platformed Bonnie way after loads of people have already started to speak up about her, which does obviously give the impression that she got her on because people hate her for really valid reasons, meaning she's going to get views on her podcast, right? And part of me understands the logic there, I guess, but another part of me is thinking, you could have just thought a little bit harder there, Grace, because she's not very well liked at the moment on social media for admitting that she sleeps with barely legal teenage boys and targets students at clubs, so maybe wasn't the smartest of ideas.
It's so good to have you on.
Thanks for having me on.
You've
Feel
been
honoured.
I've seen you everywhere.
Yeah, good.
You have been absolutely everywhere. So I need to get the tea today.
Well, the tea, Grace, is that she is quite predatory, actually. She targets her content at a younger audience, so she'll get very young men buying her OnlyFans, and she sleeps with barely legal students, who, by the way, a lot of people were commenting on the last video I did of her saying, well, I'm sure she actually doesn't. I'm sure she doesn't actually have sex with, like, 400 people in one go. I'm sure she actually doesn't target students who will queue up for her longer than you queued for toilet roll during COVID. And I have had the unfortunate sight of being on her Twitter, and I can confirm she does do these things. So for anyone that wants to thank me for doing my hard-earned research, thank you very much. No worries, absolutely no problem. But she does do these things. Just, I think it's good to get that out there at the start of the video. And yeah, Grace, she has been everywhere, in multiple beds of teenage boys who have just turned 18. I love me some freshly 18-year-old boys for my OF. Please don't clip that out of context. I'm not helping myself, am I?
Okay, yeah. Well, where should we start?
Where should we start? Okay, should we start pre-career of what you're
Okay.
doing now? What
Yeah.
did you do before? What was the vibe?
Recruitment. So I was like, skip recruitment.
Yeah.
Obviously knew about OnlyFans.
Mm.
I was like, I'll give it a go. Didn't expect much of it though.
Okay.
Sorry, did she just say I'm too good for the average life? No comment about whether you're good or not. But secondly, I don't know, man. I would take an average life over piping 18-year-old boys that have just turned 18. But I mean, this is all an act, right? We know that this is all a little act to help promote her OF. I kind of look at her and I think there's nothing going on behind those eyes. I'm not going to lie. Like, she's like a robot. It's like a robotic existence. I don't think she actually knows what day it is. I don't think she actually knows what her actual name is. And I mean, don't even get me started on whether she knows what body count she's on.
When you started OnlyFans, was it just like underwear pics?
No, you have to be interesting for that.
Okay.
You've got
Well, this is a good start. We're making progress. She's got some self-awareness. Oh, that's just cruel. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry, actually. We are forgetting, Katie, here, that she is very much a predator. So I'm not sorry. You're boring as But I think the main point to watching this podcast that Grace has done with her today is that people are criticizing Grace because they're saying that she doesn't have a backbone and she doesn't know how to basically challenge people, right? And like, I don't really care about that, to be honest. That's not her style. She doesn't need to do that if she doesn't want to. But what I would say, if you're not willing to challenge people that are doing questionable things and damaging things as well to society, then maybe don't bring them on your podcast. I would only bring people onto my platform if I'm going to criticize them and I'm going to challenge them. And people will cry at that anyway because they're like, why are you platforming people? But I don't agree with that either, because ultimately these people are already very much platformed. And if people are going to platform Bonnie, for example, like Grace is doing, at least say, you don't think that's a little bit strange? But you're not going to do that, which is fine because that's not you. We're not all confrontational assholes. But then don't bring her on because you're just letting her act like an absolute fucking piece of shit. And that is where we all have the problem.
So I went from 0 to 100 very quickly.
You went
overnight.
straight to sex.
Mm-hmm.
Was this with someone you knew, or did you just go, fucking come here?
No, like just went on like Instagram, searched content creators in my area, messaged them, met up with them, no idea what I was doing.
Another reason this is problematic, and I think as women and as a society, we need to be thinking about this, is that platforming the most successful OF creators is damaging. Yeah, platforming in this celebratory way, and it is celebratory because she's not actually criticizing Bonnie at all, right? Is damaging because so many girls out there still believe that OF is empowering, okay? OF is not empowering. Anybody watching this, right? It's not empowering. Bonnie Blue is one of the top creators, right? Which she's achieved by saying grim things online and shock factor, right? But most people out there right now that are contemplating starting an OF aren't going to be successful because they haven't had a platform prior, which, to be fair to Bonnie, she does say, if you're not interesting, right, if you're not already an influencer, you're not going to get great traction straight away. She's still, though, perpetuating this idea, you can just do it. That's what these top OF models do when they come online and they talk about it in such a prideful way. Sex work is still work. I know that. And I know I have a plethora of people probably waiting to call me a radical feminist. And I don't care. All right. Sex work isn't empowering. It is work, but it shouldn't have to be. All right. Because for most people out there that are trying OF, it's because they have no other choice. They can't pay their bills. And that is a separate societal issue. These top OF influencers, it's like, that's great. You make your money that way. But other people, you can't do that. Okay. Most people sat there right now, you're just turned 18. You're thinking about what you could earn a little bit of money doing. You won't be able to do this. And that is the dangerous narrative that is pushed by these 0.5% OF stars. And it isn't glamorous, and it's not good, and it's not empowering, and it is dangerous to society because any form of pornography is dangerous to society. And I'm genuinely just so sick of this idea that we can sell ourselves online and it can be seen as feminist because it's objectively not. Call me all sorts of names, all right, I've heard it all, but it's not feminist at all. It's actually terrible, and this is terrible, and I don't know when, as a society, we're going to heal from this. I don't think we are, to be honest, but a good start would be don't platform her unless you're going to challenge her. Christ.
My first scene was an orgy and was all sort of in silence.
Hell.
Yeah.
It was at an asylum, did you say?
Silent.
I'm actually thinking about what to say. This should not be normalised, and I think as a society, so many women now are scared to come online and say, this isn't empowering, this isn't feminism, free the nip isn't a helpful form of feminism, all that kind of stuff. That we had a little period in society where we were like, yay, and I did it, I was guilty of it. I was guilty of it when I was younger, thinking that do OnlyFans, girl, you get that bag. You will get that bag maybe, but you've got a 2% chance. And also, you're being used. You're giving in to the patriarchy. So can we not normalise this behaviour? Can we not? And girls, right? Girls and boys, don't be afraid to say that this isn't empowerment. But that doesn't mean to say, men, that you can sit there at home behind your keyboards calling women right? Because they're doing this. Because you're not helping, all right? If you're going to come online and criticise this woman or OF women who do dangerous content like this and push the narrative that this is okay, you have to choose your words wisely, all right? Because just sitting there calling somebody a and ran through and loose isn't constructive and you're part of the problem. So please think about your words because you're actually also not helping women.
Is there a moment during filming your that you've thought, nah, f this, and stopped?
No, not really, because quite quickly it was doing quite well. And I was like, oh my gosh, I could do this as a living.
Yeah.
But it was like the content I was making to start with was the same as everyone else. It was the same generic boy-girl content. A few more just like, I was like, this isn't different. Like, why would someone subscribe? Like, there's that many videos online. I'm like, why would they want to subscribe? Like, yes, I can pretend being like a nurse. I can pretend doing this, but it's fake.
Yeah.
Like,
what? OF is fake. You're telling me that you won't just stick to dressing up as a nurse or whatever because it's fake. No, that's not what it is at all. That's not what it is. You know that's not going to make enough money because, like you just said, that's not original. So you had to bring in the shock factor. The shock factor being, I'm Bonnie Blue and I bash 100 people in one session. I'm Bonnie Blue and 1,000 men queue up for me for some of this. I hate myself. The point is, you know full well that you went for something that would get you in controversy, which saying on your videos, I love fresher students, I love barely legal teenage boys, is a perfect way to get people to talk about you. I don't think she's stupid. I genuinely don't. I think there's a lack of thoughts going on behind there. But when it comes to OF, she clearly does know what she's doing. But then again, don't sit there, people, and praise her and think she's so smart, she's a genius. She's not a genius. She just knows how to create drama. Anyone can do that. If I now, right, quit YouTube and went on a mad one and just started doing some heinous things on my social media to promote my OF, like, I don't know, shoving blocks of cheese up my asshole, people would be like, oh, Cataclysm took a weird turn. Fucking hell, let me have a look at her OF. Maybe you wouldn't. But you get my point. It's actually not that crazy. And I actually have this huge pet peeve where society absolutely praises these women, like Belle Delphine, for example, for being geniuses, for doing shocking, weird content to promote their OF. That's weird. Could we maybe praise women that have actually done good stuff to help society?
Right, so you've got freshers.
yeah.
Do they have to sign? Because do you post the videos from that online?
Yeah, because it's free for them.
They have to sign consent forms. Okay.
So they come in, have to show me ID.
Christ. You know, I quite enjoy my life because I get to have intimate relations with my partner. What is this? This sounds like some weird. That sounds sus. That's weird. I'm just trying to say I enjoy my life intimately, yeah? Because I know that when I sleep with my partner, I don't have to ask him to whip out his ID card because I know he's of age and he looks like he's of age. And I'm not in a position where I could potentially be getting in trouble because I don't know who I'm sleeping with because I haven't got a queue the size of England outside my doorstep waiting to pipe. So, I mean, you could just do that or you could just not do it at all and you could just quit.
And does the consent form just say, I'm posting this online?
Yeah, it's just like a generic only. Do you like accept? Are you being like forced into it?
Okay.
I'm like, are you being forced into it?
I mean, if they're queuing, I guess probably not to.
No, exactly. Yeah. People think like it's wrong or like I force them into it. I'm like, they're queuing for over 8 hours down that line.
Yeah.
Like, they very much want to be here.
Okay, right. Here now we can get into the little breaking down of what she's saying. She's essentially just said, they're queuing, they want it. It's not wrong. People think it's wrong. It's not. Can I just remind you that predators aren't necessarily forcing people, right, to do bad stuff. They're not forcing people to do stuff with them. They're not forcing themselves on people. Not all predators do that, yeah? Just because these boys, these 18-year-old freshly legal boys are queuing up for you, doesn't mean that further down the line, they're going to be like, what the hell? And again, people will say, well, it's their choice, you know, they're 18. And yeah, it is. It is their choice, right? She's not technically breaking the law, but it is wrong. You can't say, oh, people say it's wrong, but it's not because they want to, because that is such a flawed sentence. I would say what you're doing is predatory. You're making money from this, first of all. You're the only person making money. And yes, these people are queuing to have sex with you, but they're clearly not all there in their head. You can't tell me that people queue in 8 hours to sleep with someone who has had sex with multiple people before you are all there in their head, because they're not. And imagine if it was the other way around. Imagine it's a guy with loads of women that have just turned 18 queuing up. That is when people all of a sudden realise how weird and wrong it is.
Do the videos do well or do better if they're good looking or if they're a little bit of a minger? Respectfully.
Mingers.
Right.
Yeah.
Christ, that's weird. This is so strange. What, like, a weird and not very nice thing to say anyway. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not a saint. I'm horrible to people sometimes. That's just who I am, yeah. But these people are queuing to sleep with you. They're clearly not okay in the head. And you're like, yeah, the mingers do better. The mingers do better. Nice, classy lady. All the feminists out there that have fought for women's rights, I bet they're flipping. They're doing somersaults in their grave right now that we have podcasts like this. Reminding me, people that like to say feminism and female liberation is all about choice. No, it's not, actually. That is where you're wrong, okay? It's not just about choice, because you can have two terrible choices for a woman. You can have two terrible options. Just because a woman has a choice of two terrible things doesn't mean because she's got a choice that she's liberated, right? So if a woman's really, really poor, for example, and her choice is that she can do OF to get money, that's not female liberation. That's not feminism. That's not equality.
I know your virgin ones do well.
Oh, yeah. I'd say, like, for my the good-looking ones do better, 'cause my is like, get them straight in.
Of course.
Sometimes when they don't look as good-looking, like, struggle sometimes a little bit, but a bit of spit, I'm all good.
Oh my God. There are so many things wrong with coming online to say that. You're perpetuating this idea that women don't have to necessarily be enjoying sex to do it, which is a massive problem already. Ladies and gentlemen, if the woman has to spit on it to get it in, maybe you guys should take a break and do something else, yeah? Go for a walk, grab a coffee, discuss politics, do anything other than have sex. Women's pleasure is already not taken seriously enough. That's a good fact for you all. Not that you probably already know that if you're a woman sat at home, you're thinking, yeah, I'm going to show my boyfriend this, yeah. So it's not normal to say that. You should never be in a position where you're like, holy man, it's the Sahara Desert down there, but I'm just going to make it work for the guy, just for the OF. That's really not great. That's really not good for you. And for your brain, Bonnie, you can't be happy. One day it's going to catch up with you.
You have, like, a little bit of a convo with them when they come in, or do you just straight to it?
Bless them, they're so nervous.
Yeah, I can imagine.
They're holding their ID up, they're shaking, they're trying to sign the consent forms. It's looking like I'm literally holding them, like, to their will, but
I don't even have anything to say about that. And, like, again, I have to criticize Grace again. I have to. It's not funny, Grace. That's not funny. That's shocking. Yeah, and I understand, Grace, that you may be sat there thinking, like, I don't really know what to say and I'm uncomfortable. But as I said before, if you're not ready to challenge people and call out other women for really weird behavior, then don't have them on. You know, views aren't everything, she says. But genuinely, that's weird as hell. And as a woman, you shouldn't feel comfortable having sex with a man who is just turned 18, who is really uncomfortable and really nervous. And even if they are eager and they're queuing there and it's their decision, you also have to remember that this is just perpetuating the idea that men are almost lucky to be in these situations. You know, they should be enjoying it, and queuing up isn't weird because they're men. But if it was women queuing up, imagine what people would say about them. It's just really odd.
I can understand why they'd be nervous.
100%.
They don't know me. They've just queued up for hours on end. All they know is that I'm videoing it and they don't know what to expect.
Yeah, especially, I feel like if you're a virgin, that's a very big move.
Honestly, hats off to them.
Yeah.
Because they walk away with so much confidence.
Do they?
Honestly, people think I'm joking when I say I'm a community worker, but, like, they come to me.
Community worker. I'm sorry, but if you're still watching this and you think that there's nothing wrong with this, do you genuinely think that a woman taking a guy's virginity, right, who is queued with loads of other men to have sex isn't grim? Can you genuinely say that that's not strange? And let's not forget that she is now high up, right, in the social media influencer world. She's got power. She's got power above other people because other people will queue for her because she's big. She's big online. It would be like if I did this. Well, it wouldn't be. It wouldn't be the same. But if I all of a sudden decided I was going to do this, I would...
I think we're going to pause this and go to a different video. Nobody's watching right now anyway, so... Oh, wait, is Tom live? Oh, this is sick. Okay.
Missing all the witty dialogue so passionately written and placed for your mind, culminating in killing the funniest character.
Watch Tom. Hey,
why waste your time doing it over the far superior Tacitus route? You shouldn't make such a great mistake. From here.
Okay. Hi guys. All right, I'm gonna play Tom Dark Stream. So I'm gonna paint two, but shout out to him. He's awesome. He's really cool. I watch his stream all the time. All right, here we go.
Here on out, you will not be able to prosecute. I cannot allow you to go down such a miserable route, wasting your precious time. Amen. On God. Yeah, for real. All right, so okay, I'll pardon him. I'll pardon him. You won the donated 2 USD to your campaign. Okay, so I need to win his vote and then pardon him. That's the deal. Okay. Wow, you really convinced his socks off. He's gonna vote for you now, for sure. I just know it. That's what you got to do. You got to do so later. When you're doing it, you can keep doing. That's true, man. This is a lot like him, actually. This is a lot like Biden, for sure. Now that you've mastered Joe-Jitsu, I want you to follow me. There's a room up in this hallway. I gotta show you something. Alright. Show me the Anthony Podesta dungeon. Let's go. This room. Okay, let's go. Somehow, the Liberty Bell is here. Its gentle toll fills you with patriotism. I'll record it. Oh, so this is the save spot? Alright. He looks so scary. Oh, hey there, Kamala. I just wanted to thank you for making your pick for VP. I know I've been a knucklehead at times, but I wanted to give you this as thanks. Animal control surrounded my house with tanks. Well, don't be a stranger. Bring them some Dunkin' Donuts, dude. It's one of my specially made white guy tacos. It's got mayonnaise and tuna, and I hope you'll like it. You got a white people taco. It smells wonderful. So, that wasn't actually Joe? That was some other fucker. Welcome to the world-famous White House hallway. Not to be confused with the presidential hallway, which is a completely different thing, and is famous for completely different reasons, by the way. They're just both located in the White House completely by coincidence. Alright. What does this guy want? Kamala, do you know about the 7 hallways of the world? It's like the 7 wonders of the world, but for hallways. A lot of people are very upset that 2 out of those 7 are located 3 rooms apart, right here, in the White House. It's important to not let it get to you. Be proud of the abundance of renowned liminal spaces in your vicinity. What? He's testing my allegiance, okay. Debate. Pledge. You pledge your allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands. Alright, I'm pledging. Alright, he liked that. Base. Oh. Wasn't supposed to do that. He's endorsing me. Okay, so now I pardon him? I won. They donated 2 USD. Okay, so with the Secret Service guys, you just gotta pledge to them and then they give to your campaign. They're pretty easy. It's Tim Waltz. Oh, my bad. It did look like him, honestly. What? There's 2 of them? One of them was white, one of them was black? Alright, first guy. I'll pledge. You pledge your allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands. One nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I was not at the U.S. Capitol on January 6, 2021. Neither was I. Secret Service is testing your allegiance. The White House is about to smell like curry base, dude. I love curry. Secret Service testing your allegiance. Okay. This guy. I'll pledge him. One nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Alright, so they're both pledging now. He's endorsing me.
Damn, I didn't know he was doing a political stream. That was dumb. Alright, let me see. I'm gonna pick something else. I'm hungry, man. This might be the end of it for right now. I might come back on later now that I figured all this shit out. All right, let's watch this last 12 minutes.
All right, everybody, it is my time for the prediction of the electoral map. I want to start very at the top and just say this. I have much less confidence in this one than I did the last one where I correctly called every state in the Electoral College. So with the caveats out there, let's put it up there on the screen. So this is going to be a little bit of a contrarian map, and I'm going to walk you through all of my thinking. So in terms of the swing states, and let's keep it up there so I can just read from it, I've got at the top line Donald Trump winning the election with 271 electoral votes, literally just one over what he needs to win, 267 there for Kamala Harris. In terms of the swings, I've got Wisconsin and Michigan going blue for Kamala. I've got Pennsylvania going red. I've got North Carolina going blue. And then I've got Georgia, Arizona, and Nevada all going red, which gives them exactly 271 electoral votes. So let's get to some of my thinking and why. First, the Iowa Seltzer poll had a big impact on my thinking, but not necessarily in a Kamala landslide way. It made me check my assumptions in terms of the blue wall. Can we put the next tear sheet up, please, on the screen? Here's a key line from Nate Silver and how you should think about the Iowa poll for the rest of the states. Quote, Iowa is far redder than the other blue wall states. In our 40,000 simulations, in cases where Harris won Iowa, her average margin of victory or defeat in Wisconsin was 6.7, in Michigan was 5.9, and in Pennsylvania was 3.8. If the Stelter poll is right, she'd be heavily favored in all of them, in other words. But Pennsylvania is the least safe of the trio, in part because about 2/3 of its population is what we consider the Northeast, not the Midwest like Iowa. So the reason why I used the Stelter poll to push those two states of Michigan and Wisconsin blue was because the Stelter poll showed what I think will show somewhat movement towards Kamala Harris amongst that critical senior women demographic and amongst women who are worried about abortion. But because Pennsylvania is so distinct in its population, it's got more people of color and other places in the northeastern population that have different concerns and are culturally pretty distinct from those other two states. I thought that was enough considering where things lie right now. Let's go to the next element, please, and this will explain a little bit more. The other thing is that in Nate Cohn in the New York Times Siena poll analysis, they talked specifically about non-response polling bias, as in Democratic response rates ticked up in their survey. White Democratic responses outpaced Republicans by some 15%. That was more than 2020. So what that means is that the response rate amongst Democrats, and this was a whole theory in 2020 as to why the polls were wrong for the Democrats in their direction, was because of polling response bias, and there was overperformance amongst Dems. So if Nate Cohn is flagging that in a poll of Pennsylvania, which they have tied, again, tied, that they have a non-response bias there for Democrats, I think that underestimates Donald Trump's strength, and that means he could win that state. Now, we'll continue in the map. Let's put the next one, please, up on the screen. That shows you exactly what I was talking about, where they have, if you factor in non-response bias, you have basically Harris and Trump tied in Pennsylvania and in Michigan. I'm giving Harris Michigan just because of that Iowa poll. But in Pennsylvania, I think with a distinct enough population, Trump can pull it out either thin or, frankly, he could even win a little bit bigger than the rest. And if we continue down, let's go to the next element, please. What we'll find is Arizona has had a pretty significant response in terms of early ballot returns for Republicans, significantly more than they had last time around. From everything I have seen,
Actually, I am starving right now, so I'm gonna go eat and then I will come back and stream again. So, goodbye, everybody. Thank you for. Well, wait. Hold on. I'm so sorry. I gotta get the, or the. Oh shit, I don't know which text it is. Oh, I think this one. No, it's not. Oh my god. Can you see that? Damn it, which one is it? Here we go. Okay. All right. Attention boost system is turned off.